Bharat has declared 2025 as the year of reforms, and rightly so, considering that we have witnessed unprecedented growth in governance policies, economic renewal and national capacity building, all geared towards bettering the lives of every Bharatiya. Reforms that had been trapped within files for the last 75 years have been brought into the lives of people in the last 11 years of PM Modi's leadership. 2025 is a celebration of this rejuvenation, this transformation, this modernization of a confident Atmanirbhar Bharat. The historic reset of India's income tax architecture, raising the zero tax threshold to Rs 12 lakhs, modernizing an age-old tax system built for a long-gone economic era. Such a futuristic reform boosted consumption by massive leaps, easing financial pressure on households and huge uplift to youth entering the workforce. The government also ensured easier compliance mechanisms for business owners. By expanding the definition of what comprises a small company, we have brought lakhs of companies under a simpler, entrepreneurial-friendly regulatory framework. With revised limits for turnover and paid-up capital, startups and MSMEs in their early growth stages have more breathing space. This has strengthened India's formalization journey towards becoming a $10 trillion economy in the coming years. This is the governance that is pro-growth, pro-entrepreneur and pro-innovation. PM Modi is not only defined by reforms, but reforms pay reforms. The primary example of this is the GST 2.0, bringing bountiful savings and investments into the life of every Indian. This double dhamaka reduced GST slabs on 90% of consumer goods to 5% and also paved the way for higher credit access to businesses, meaning an empowered citizenry and revitalized startup ecosystem. Third largest in the entire world, enhancing the power of our exports of Made in India, made for the world. The power of Made in India products is also enhanced by the strength of our ports. The Indian Ports Act 2025, along with the supporting maritime reforms of the year, marks the first major rewrite of India's port governance framework since the colonial era laws of the 1900s. The reforms recognize Bharat's rise as Indo-Pacific maritime power and are built to support modern port infrastructure, global shipping alliances, as well as the expansion of our blue economy. Unlike the regulation-heavy port mechanisms of the previous eras, the laws ensure to make the ports performance-driven. With the stringent environmental norms and digitized port clearance mechanisms, Indian ports are now gearing towards low turnaround time and lower logistical costs. This will further enhance Sagarmala 2.0, India's blue economy strategy that will ensure national prosperity through strengthening the maritime ecosystem, preparing Bharat for the ocean century. Becoming the building blocks of our industrial future, the National Critical Minerals Mission is setting the stage for the technologies of the future. EVs, semiconductors, renewable energy, defense systems and even space technology. The largest economic reform of the decade, this mechanism will shift Bharat from a mineral-dependent nation to a mineral-secure nation, unifying mining, processing, research and development to shape global mineral alliances. Potential discoveries of oil reserves in the Bay of Bengal, rare earths in Rajasthan and graphite in Odisha are also accelerated under this governance system. This has been instrumental in shaping as a strategic mineral partner on the global stage and ensuring Bharat's green transition is truly Atmanirbhar. A long-term investment in shaping India's growing workforce population, the Pradhan Mantri Viksit Bharat Rozgar Yojana builds cadres for the industries of tomorrow, ensuring higher participation of women and empowering small businesses. The scheme has been actively designed to bridge the gap between skills and jobs by establishing skilling centers, polytechnics suited to industry demand. This is not just an employment scheme, but a national workforce transformation mission, ensuring India's youth power translates into its economic power to achieve the dreams of Viksit Bharat 2047. With massive defense reforms, India is undergoing the biggest military restructuring since independence. With theatre commands, Bharat unified its Navy, Army and Air Force, eliminating silos work and optimizing resources. New strategic defense corridors will ensure higher investments in defense equipment, becoming magnets for MSME participation in global supply chains. Cyber defense reforms are gearing towards protecting the nation against hybrid warfare, while incorporation of modern technology like artificial intelligence into defense systems displays a shift from the age-old hardware-focused war systems. Reforms are not restricted to the administrative sphere. Our minds are also avenues in the need of renewal. For decades, Bharat has carried the burden of a worldview shaped by colonial lenses. Such a worldview diminished our civilizational confidence, undervalued our knowledge systems, and pedestalized imported intellectual frameworks over indigenous wisdom. To be liberated from the colonial mindset ingrained into us by Macaulay, PM Modi laid down a 10-year roadmap, incorporation of Bharatiya knowledge systems, positioning India's linguistic diversity as a national asset, as well as reviving indigenous research and innovation will pave the pathway for Viksit Bharat 2047. 2025 has not been about a set of administrative decisions. It has defined our national renewal. At the heart of such an accelerated change has been the idea that people always come first, Janata Deva Bhava. From easing income tax to modernizing ports, to strengthening defense systems, to boosting MSMEs that form the backbone of our economy. This is the governance that listens before it leads and includes before it implements. This is the definition of Viksit Bharat, a rising Bharat translating into the rise of every Bharatiya.